Dolly. My channel's name is Tea Time with Dolly and Thrifty Living. So I hope you get your favorite drink. I have mine. And come back and join me and we'll talk about emergency savings, okay? Are you ready? Okay, did you know that 23% of Americans have emergency savings that would cover 6 months of their living expenses? Well, pretty good, huh? The only thing is, the bad part is, 77% of us do not. And I fall in that category myself, so I'm not talking just about you, I'm talking to me also. So what happens when we don't have enough in emergency savings? So I'm going to list just 6 things. By the way, I am working on mine. I do have an emergency savings. I just don't have 6 months worth. So anyway, you may have one and it may just not be enough, or maybe you don't have any. So these are things to help you to either increase your emergency savings or to start one. So first of all, I'm going to list the 6 things that could come up, and I'm sure you can list many more. So number 1, of course, is loss of income. We're seeing that all over the place right now with this pandemic. Many people have lost jobs or they've lost some of their income. And medical bills, even with insurance, you can still have a lot of expense out in medical bills. So I've got notes here because I can't remember everything. So number 3 is car repairs. If your car is not under warranty, those car repairs can be expensive. Number 4, appliance repairs. One day your refrigerator can quit working, or your freezer, or your washer, whatever. Number 6, heat or air conditioning repairs. That's something we need. In cold weather, we definitely need heat. And sometimes in the summer where it's very hot, you need air conditioning. And plumbing repairs is another thing. All these things can come up unexpected. And so what do you do if you don't have an emergency fund? Okay, I'm going to list a few ways now to get an emergency fund or to add to your emergency fund. Number 1, of course, is a side hustle, a part-time job. Maybe you can deliver pizzas some evenings, or do some cleaning with a cleaning company. Quite often they hire people to help clean office buildings and things. There's other jobs too, babysitting, just different things. Number 2 is to spend less. We don't want to make shopping our hobby. And many people do without even thinking about it. You call a friend and you say, hey, you want to go shopping? Sure. You know how that goes. You go out to eat lunch together and browse through the malls. And, you don't really have anything in mind. You're just shopping. Well, then you see a few items that you want. And so when you get home, you've got 2 or 3 bags, maybe more. And you went out to eat, and you've spent quite a bit of money. When you really didn't start out to look for any particular thing that you needed. You just had a good day, but that was money that could have went into your emergency fund for when something goes wrong. In fact, this month, there's a lot of people doing what they call a no-spend January. Sometimes people do it on other months, sometimes people just do it for a week. A better name really is a low spend January, because you still have to pay your bills, you still have to eat, maybe put gas in your car, a few things like that, but they're talking really about not spending on anything that's not necessary for one whole month and seeing how much money they can save. Okay, number 3, Another way, and this is probably one of the biggest ways for a lot of people, is food. Don't go out and eat at a restaurant or get a carry out, because that adds up. If you can have something already made in your freezer, you can just pull out and defrost. You've got something for those days where you don't feel like cooking, you're tired when you get home. Also, take your lunch to work every day. If you take your lunch, that will really add up than buying your lunch when you're at work. Okay, when you go grocery shopping, take a list so you know right what you need. I made a video a few months back of how to make a shopping list. I know most people think, oh, it's pretty simple, and it is, but I pointed out some different ways so you don't forget things on your, and you make sure you get everything on your list that you need. Okay, a lot of people can cut back on their junk food and drinks. Most people spend quite a chunk of their grocery amount just in junk food. Little snack cakes, cookies, candy, pop, beer, potato chips, just junk food, cereals, that's as much sugar as there is cereal probably. Okay, if you cut back just $10 each week, I'm assuming here you're shopping once a week. I know some people shop every other week or once a month, or some people shop 2 or 3 times a week, which I don't advise, because the more often you're in the store, the more money you're going to spend. But if you shop once a week and you save $10 on your grocery bill, that's $520 a year. If you could cut back $20, that's $1,040 a year that could go into your emergency fund. So another way to save money also on groceries is to look at the grocery ads. If you don't get the paper ads in the mail, then look online. You can get their grocery ads online. And in those ads, whatever's on sale that week, if you know it's something that your family is going to eat, it's something you use a lot, stock up on it. Sometimes there's a limit of 3 or 4 of whatever the items is, but buy the 3 or 4. Buy whatever you can if it's something you eat a lot of. Also, mark down items. A lot of times of an evening, late of an evening, or early morning, you can find where they've marked down things that's perishable items like meat, dairy, produce, and if your store has a bakery, some of the bakery items. So if you can get those, they just mark them down because it won't be long till their sell-by date will be up. And they're perfectly good. But just take them home, and if it's more than what you can eat at that, in a day or so, then freeze the rest. I know a lot of times, I just, especially when things is on sale, like berries, we like those in our cereal. I would just put them in a little vinegar water to make sure they're clean. Rinse them good, or drain them and rinse them, and then bag them up in bags, put in the freezer. And when we want cereal, you can thaw them out in about 30 seconds in the microwave, and they're ready. And they're on hand, so I buy them when they're on sale on markdown. Also, your next thing is number 4, your heat bills. Do you know, I read where if you turned in your thermostat 1 degree, you can save 3% on your heat bill. And how many of us really need to be warm enough to sit around in shorts and a t-shirt? I mean, I've been in people's houses where they do that. They've got it so warm that they want to be comfortable. So they're sitting around in summer clothes, and there's nothing wrong with wearing a sweatshirt or a sweater an undershirt, and still being warm and saving a little bit on the heat bill. I'm not saying sit there with your teeth chattering, but you know, you can figure that one out. Okay, number 5, cancel any subscriptions or memberships that you're not using. You know the sales pitch, I'm sure you've seen the ads. You just need this product, it's going to make you healthy, or it's going to make you beautiful. All these wonderful things it's going to do for you. So, and it's free for the first 30 days. Wow, sounds wonderful. So you order it, and then what happens? They take it out of your credit card every month, unless you cancel it. And maybe it's something you used a few times and quit using, just forgot about it, or thought, it's not really that great, but you forgot to cancel the membership or the subscription. Or maybe you got a membership at the gym because you decided you were going to work out, you were really going to get healthy. But you went a few times and quit going. Right now, I'm not sure how many of the gyms are open. Maybe some of them are. But are you going that often? If you're going often and you're going to use that membership, great, keep it. But if you're not, cancel it. Don't keep paying for things that you're not using. And if you can just squeeze a little bit of money out of each pay, you can even have automatic deducted and right into your account. If you can squeeze out just a little bit of money, say $10 every pay, if you get paid once a week, that's $520 a year. If you could squeeze out $20 a pay, that's $1,042 a year. And if you're really low pay and you can't do that, if you could squeeze out $1 a week, that's $52 a year. So, you know, every little thing adds up. I know it sounds like a drop in the bucket, but if you get enough drips in the bucket, it gets full. So it does add up. And one of the things that so many people need to think about is to be satisfied. If we have a safe home to live in, that is much more than some people have. Many people don't have a home, so we need to be thankful for that. And if we have enough food to eat, also we need to be thankful. There's people throughout the world that does not have enough food to eat, that's really hungry. So we need to be thankful for what we have instead of constantly wanting more and more and more. Which, there's nothing wrong with having a dream and working towards your goal. I don't mean that. But so many times we just want. And even when we get a better home or a better car, a better job, then there's still things we keep wanting. We're never satisfied, but we need to start being more satisfied and more thankful that we have what we have. Thank God for it. Okay, there's 2 old sayings about money. Number 1, it's burning a hole in someone's pocket. I know I used to hear that as a child. If somebody got a little bit of money, back then they used to get out the catalogs, they're called wish books, and they would look through them and try to find something they wanted. And because that money, they knew they had a little money, so they wanted to spend it. And the other saying is, save for a rainy day. Well, we know we're going to have rainy days. Things are going to break. Things are going to wear out. So that's what we need to do for it. That's what the emergency fund is saving for a rainy day. So if you like this video, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up and subscribe. May God bless you.